If you've heard of ChatGPT, but you're not really sure how to use it, or you've tried it a few times and felt like you were missing something, this video is for you. By the end of the next 10 minutes, you'll know exactly how ChatGPT works, what it can actually do for you, and the settings and features that most people never find on their own. Let's start from the top. ChatGPT is an AI assistant made by a company called OpenAI. You type a message, it responds. That's the basic idea. But the reason it's different from Google or a search engine is that it doesn't just point you to a web page. It actually reads your question, understands what you're asking, and writes a real response in plain language. It can answer questions, write things for you, explain complicated topics, summarize long documents, help you brainstorm, and a lot more. We'll walk through all of that. There are two main versions of ChatGPT. The free version and ChatGPT Plus, which is $20 a month. The free version is genuinely useful. You get access to GPT-4o Mini, which is fast and handles most everyday tasks well. You can have conversations, get answers, write drafts, and use the basic tools. ChatGPT Plus gives you access to GPT-4o, which is significantly more powerful for complex writing, reasoning, and analysis. You also get higher message limits so you won't hit a wall mid-project, access to the image generation tool called DALL-E, the ability to upload files and analyze them, and early access to new features as OpenAI rolls them out. If you're just getting started, the free version is the right place to begin. You can always upgrade later once you know you're using it regularly. Go to chatgpt.com and click Sign Up. You can create an account with your email address, or sign in with Google or Apple. That's usually the fastest option. Once you're in, you'll see the main chat interface. There's a text box at the bottom where you type your messages. There's a sidebar on the left that stores all your past conversations. And at the top, there's a drop-down where you can switch between different models. Before you start chatting, there's one setting worth doing immediately. Click your profile icon in the bottom left. Go to Settings, then Personalization, then Custom Instructions. This is where you tell ChatGPT who you are and how you want it to respond. There are two fields. The first asks what ChatGPT should know about you. Put your name, your job or situation, and anything relevant. For example, I'm a small business owner who sells handmade products online. The second field asks how you want ChatGPT to respond. You might say, be concise, use plain language, and give me practical examples. Once you fill this in, ChatGPT will remember it across every conversation. It completely changes the quality of what you get back. Now let's actually use it. Click New Chat and type something in. Here's a tip that most people miss right away. The quality of what you get out of ChatGPT depends almost entirely on the quality of what you put in. A vague prompt gets a vague answer. Help me write an email will give you something generic. But help me write a short professional email to a client explaining that their project will be delayed by 1 week due to supply issues. Keep it polite and under 100 words will give you something you can actually use. The formula is simple. Tell it what you want, give it context, and be specific about the format or length you need. Let me walk you through the most useful things you can do with ChatGPT. Writing and editing. This is where ChatGPT shines. Emails, cover letters, social media posts, product descriptions, blog drafts, thank you notes, scripts. Give it a topic and a tone, and it will produce a solid first draft in seconds. You can then ask it to revise, make it shorter, make it more formal, or change the tone entirely. Summarizing. If you paste in a long document, article, or contract, ChatGPT can summarize it in bullet points or plain language in seconds. This alone saves enormous amounts of time. Explaining complex topics. Ask ChatGPT to explain anything as if you're a beginner. Medical terms, legal language, tax concepts, technical topics. It will break it down in plain English. You can follow up with questions, and it will keep explaining until it clicks. Brainstorming. Ask ChatGPT for 20 ideas for your next video, 10 names for your business, 5 ways to save money on marketing, or 3 angles for a difficult conversation you need to have. Use it as a thinking partner, answering research questions. ChatGPT can answer detailed questions about history, science, business, cooking, travel, practically anything. Just keep in mind that its knowledge has a cutoff date, so for anything happening right now, you'll want to verify with a current source. Here's something that changes how you use ChatGPT completely. ChatGPT has a memory feature. When it's turned on, ChatGPT saves things you tell it across conversations. Your job, your preferences, the names of your kids, the fact that you prefer bullet points over paragraphs, it remembers all of it. To check if it's on, go to Settings, then Personalization, and look for Memory. Toggle it on if it isn't already. Once memory is active, you'll notice ChatGPT starts referring back to things from earlier sessions. You can also manually tell it things to remember. Just say, "Remember that I run a small bakery in Austin," and it will save it. You can see everything it's stored by going to Settings and clicking Manage Memory. You can delete any memory you don't want it to keep. If you have a paid plan, or even on the free tier with some limitations, you can upload files directly into your chat. Click the paperclip icon next to the text box to attach a file. You can upload PDFs, Word documents, spreadsheets, images, and more. Once uploaded, you can ask ChatGPT to summarize the document, pull out key information, answer questions about it, reformat it, or check it for errors. For images, you can ask ChatGPT to describe what it sees, read text in the image, identify objects, or analyze a chart or graph. This is one of the most practical features for real work. Upload a contract and ask it to highlight the key obligations. Upload a spreadsheet and ask it to explain the trends. Upload a photo of your handwritten notes and ask it to type them up. Here's something important to understand. The base version of ChatGPT has a knowledge cutoff. That means it was trained on data up to a certain date, and it doesn't automatically know about things that happened after that. If you ask it about something recent, a news event, a new product, a current price, it may not have that information, or it may give you outdated information with confidence. Always verify time-sensitive facts. However, ChatGPT does have a built-in web browsing feature. If you see a small globe icon near the text box or in the model options, that means it can search the web in real time. When that's active, it can pull in current information. Just be aware it doesn't always use it automatically. You may need to ask it to search for the latest information on a topic. Every chat you have is saved in the sidebar on the left. ChatGPT automatically names each conversation based on what you talked about. You can search your past conversations using the search bar at the top of the sidebar. If you had a great conversation about a business idea 3 weeks ago, you can find it without scrolling. You can also archive conversations you want to keep but don't need to see every day. Just right-click or long press on a conversation and select Archive. One workflow that works really well. Keep separate conversations for separate ongoing projects. One conversation for your business, one for personal tasks, one for a specific project you're working on. That way, the context stays clean and relevant. To use ChatGPT well, you need to know its limits. It can be confidently wrong. ChatGPT doesn't say, "I don't know" very often. It will generate an answer that sounds correct even when it's not. This is called a hallucination. Always double-check facts, especially names, dates, statistics, or anything you're going to share publicly or use professionally. It doesn't have your personal information unless you give it. It doesn't know your calendar, your finances, your inbox, or anything about your life until you tell it. It's not a replacement for professional advice. For legal, medical, or financial decisions, use it to help you understand the basics, but always consult a qualified professional before acting on anything serious. And it can't take actions in the world. It can write an email, but it can't send it. It can create a plan, but it can't execute it. That's changing with newer tools, but for the standard ChatGPT interface, it's purely a text tool. Here are 3 prompts you can paste in and use right now to see what ChatGPT can really do. First, I need to write a professional bio for my LinkedIn profile. I work in your field. I've been doing it for a number of years, and I want to come across as approachable but credible. Write 3 versions: short, medium, and long. Second, explain any topic that confuses you in simple terms, like I have no background in it. Use an analogy if that helps. Third, I have a goal of your goal. Give me a realistic 30-day action plan with specific steps I can take each week. Try those. You'll immediately see why people who learn to use ChatGPT will end up using it for everything. ChatGPT is one of the most useful tools available right now, and the best part is that the free version is enough to get real value from it immediately. Set up your custom instructions. Turn on memory. Learn to write better prompts. And start using it for the tasks that eat up your time: writing, summarizing, researching, and planning. If you want to see how ChatGPT stacks up against other AI tools, I did a full comparison video. The link is in the description. And if you found this useful, subscribe. Every week I break down AI tools in plain language so you can actually use them. See you in the next one.